Today we have an extremely interesting topic, namely the comparison of two headsets. These are the Apple Vision Pro and Quest 3. So, why did I decide to record this video, friends? Yes, the point is that these things are a real threat to us, fans of great video, home theaters, and stereo systems, because by putting on these glasses, you get all of that in very high quality. I think it's even worth recording a separate video on this topic because the threat is real. So, installers beware, but that's in the next video. Today, we are breaking down the Apple Vision Pro, the expensive headset from Apple. In general, is it worth buying considering its price reaches up to $500,000? An Oculus, also known as. In the VR field, I am a pioneer because in 2016 I bought my first headset, which was the HTC Vive. It was amazing, but extremely heavy, with 3 cables that needed to be connected to the computer. You see, there's nothing like that here. And there were also 2 docking stations, cube-shaped, that constantly tracked you if you stepped out. Beyond their limits, the controllers would get lost. But with these new generation devices, nothing like that happens. They are very similar to each other, yet completely different. Once, I came across a video where Mark Zuckerberg was completely tearing apart this headset from Apple, saying that his creation is much better. But I am ready to argue with him a little and agree in some places, so make sure to like, subscribe, and watch until the end. It will be interesting. Let's start with Apple. I'll say this, I'm not a fan of this company from Cupertino, despite the fact that my Mac is already more than 10 years old and it follows me almost every day. But I don't have an iPhone, I use Android. For the last 7 years, I've been using Samsung, specifically the S series. Right now I have the S24 Ultra, but I give credit to these guys. Steve Jobs instilled such a crazy magical aura into this technology that it still hasn't dissipated. Because you take this headset in your hand and you immediately understand that the device is top class. First of all, this case is amazing. You touch it and realize that it is really expensive. See, you can take it like this and gently remove it. Do you feel it? It's fabric, but it's so nice again. You want to touch it, you want to feel it, you almost want to lick and smell it because it even smells good, friends. And I draw your attention to this stylish thread, which is made in this orange Hermes color. The plastic is expensive. Here we have metal. The button is also metallic. This button is made of metal too, friends. And here, look at these holes. I understand there might be some kind of fan there, or maybe just the air should cool down and escape from there. Very, very cool. Here we have fabric, again expensive. And here too. And pay attention to the lenses. Here we have 4K for each eye. This is a very cool resolution, better than anything I've seen, friends. Because the Oculus Quest, to get ahead of ourselves, performs significantly weaker than our Apple. And the price, friends. It reaches up to 500,000, just like that for the terabyte version. But Oculus can boast a maximum memory of 512 terabytes, which is not available to it. But I will say this, as a user of Oculus, it is quite sufficient. The main thing we have is, oh, by the way, look. See how easily it comes off, right? For example, in the Quest 3, it won't work like that. There, you have to unclip everything with maximum effort, and then you can remove the attachment that protects your eyes from light. I would call it the perfect headset despite the cost, but there is one epic fail about it, namely the removable battery, which is first of all heavy, secondly, you have to carry it with you, and thirdly, it connects, by the way, quite elegantly with this kind of latch, friends. Can you imagine? You have to insert it like this, and let me show you. Even on my first try, I can't get it right, although I've never been clumsy. Even specifically for the particularly gifted, it is shown, remove the 0 and close the filled 0 or just the circle. So you can only use it with this battery. Extremely inconvenient. It's absolutely insanely strange when a competitor can boast such usability. If you play boxing, if you play some active games, you heard that, right? In tennis, you always have to wear this thing that will dangle. Yes, it's really great that it connects here, and not directly to the headset, because otherwise it would have become much heavier. But this reminded me of my old HTC Vive, which also had 3 cables like this, as I mentioned, and they were insanely inconvenient. Just like this. The most interesting thing is that you cannot connect a third-party power bank. Well, as Apple loves to make money, I understand that they are cashing in very well on this headset, but they will also, as always, make a huge profit on accessories. So, you can't connect any removable battery. Thank goodness it can be charged with a USB Type-C charger, and not a lightning one. But I almost forgive it for these shortcomings because the 4K picture quality for both eyes is indeed truly stunning. When people put on this headset for the first time, who have never used virtual reality before, they are slightly shocked. Yes, there aren't many applications, and yes, you can't, let's say, use more convenient controllers like in the Oculus Quest, but overall, it is truly a complete entertainment experience, a full-fledged hyperleap in terms of immersion in content into another reality, into true virtual reality, because this is the future, my friends. You put it on, I don't know, maybe at home or on a trip, on a long flight, and found yourself in another world. Especially if you have an iPhone, everything is extremely convenient and cross-platform. You can communicate, watch movies on YouTube, and play games. Yes, the hand controls are not very well done, as I mentioned, but overall, it's a super fun experience. Moreover, the headphones here are of very high quality, or rather the speakers, because when you watch movies on it, the quality is incomparably improved, both in terms of image and sound, compared to Oculus. Therefore, if you have the money, it's a very cool device. But it has a serious competitor in the form of Quest 3. As we can understand from the name, this is already the third part, the third incarnation. Therefore, the company has practically mastered it. Moreover, they have several other professional headsets. As you can see, a special mount because it's stock. I didn't even bother to take it. Throw it out of the box immediately. Spend a few thousand on such a thing. Yes, it may seem bulky at first glance, but it is extremely comfortable, because when you put on the headset and twist it like this, it doesn't fall off. It feels like it's stuck to your eyes. Moreover, thanks to these rubber pieces that completely block out light, you find yourself in another world. But do you know what makes this world different? It has lower resolution, much more content, and this world is much cheaper due to pirated applications. You could even say it's free. And its sound quality is worse. But there's a nuance: insert headphones, or connect your wireless headphones via Bluetooth and enjoy the sound. And if you put on Sony headphones, for example, the WH-1000XM4, and connect them via Bluetooth or even a cable, you will definitely get even more immersion. And, in my opinion, a really cool experience in virtual worlds. I won't waste your time describing its design, but as you can see, it is significantly weaker again compared to Apple, but the plastic is inexpensive yet of good quality. For example, this headset has fallen several times and it hasn't broken. It is in great condition. The plastic again is not prone to smudges, but it lacks the luxury of Hermes. But as we know, it costs $50,000 for the base version and $500,000 for the top version X10. Is it worth overpaying? Definitely not, because you can take these controllers, download Box, open YouTube, and access a bunch of applications available in the store for free. In the end, you can install them again. Although it's better not to tinker with it too much. However, we are Russian people, so we always try to find some workarounds. Here, you can enjoy all the content for free again. What do we have in the end? Portable home theaters, portable stereo systems, portable teleporters to other worlds, all of which are quite expensive. If we are talking about Apple and just a little bit, if we are talking about Oculus Quest, which, by the way, friends, is like the cherry on top, you can connect it to your computer using Quest Link. Or if you have a good quality router, you can use Steam Link, for example. If you have a large Steam game library, you can easily connect it wirelessly and enjoy all the games. on this headset. That's a huge plus. As far as I know, Apple doesn't offer such capabilities. Everything here is paid, everything comes at a serious price, but it's luxury. As always, Apple fans, you're used to paying. So as they said in the trucker game, pay up, hero, and everything will be great. If I had a lot of money, of course, I would keep both headsets for myself. But as it is, I make do with the Oculus Quest 3, on which sometimes, well, to be honest, during some trips I watch movies because it feels like a real IMAX theater in front of me, which I can't take my eyes off. This thing emulates everything, so don't ignore new technologies because in the end, these things will replace a lot for us, friends. Aka.